Hi guys, this is MJ, and in today's video we'll talk about how do you get closer, deepen your friendship with an ISFJ. So I've done all the other types, all the intuitives are done, and I'm trying to work my way towards finishing all the sensor types as promised. And I guess one of the things that I would like to share is that a lot of my dear friends are also ISFJ. Some of them are very close to my heart and are probably gonna make fun of me for making this video. Um, so shout out to them. And okay, so what are three things that you can do to get closer with an ISFJ? Okay, first off, one of the things that I would like to note is that ISFJs are very particular about time. A lot of the friendships of ISFJs are the ones whom they've known from the beginning of time, like from when they were babies. I'm kidding. From they were younger, when they were younger, or like in high school, primary school, uni. So, if you're a friend of an ISFJ that they met from years ago, then you consider yourself lucky because you're part of the inner circle that they value a lot. But if you're someone who's new, of course, for sure ISFJs are gonna be so open to that. And one good way to then get through an ISFJ is to actually express importance and care to those key people in their lives. So if they're close with their family or with their longtime friends, you have to remember that you kind of also have to get not really get close with them, but it's actually easier to get through them through being close with other people as well. If you're somebody whom they can introduce to their family and their friends, if they can foresee that you can get along with the key people in their life, then that's one good thing. So if don't just be nice to the ISFJ, you have to be nice to the key people in their lives. So I guess that's one thing that I would like to share. Now, what are three things that you can do to get closer then to an ISFJ having said all of that? Number one, offer help and show initiative, especially on things that you can do on your own. Because very often an ISFJ will take on more tasks even if they're juggling many things already. I think one of the things that I appreciate about ISFJs, one of their key love languages is acts of service and gifts. So I know that they freely give those things to people, but I think one of the things that they'd also appreciate is if you do the same things for them without asking. They don't expect you to do all of those things for them every day, all day, but in the rare moments that you do, then that's something that they'd appreciate. Like throw them a surprise birthday party, throw them a surprise birthday dinner, ask them out, invite them to go to places, and be the one to plan those things. They would definitely appreciate that. Second, do not abuse their gift giving, their generosity, and their service oriented nature. They might forgive, but they don't forget. So, yes, I think that's one thing that you would definitely know about high SI users. Okay, lastly, reminisce about the good moments that you've had with them and show appreciation of how you enjoy sharing and experiencing these things with them. They like remembering things. They like going a trip down to memory lane. Like it's one of the things that they enjoy talking about. They have very often a lot of high SI users remember a lot of things. They like talking about them. So I think it's it's nice when you express patience towards them when they talk about these things and their childhood memories, and like very remember when we were younger, remember when we were doing this, and like when they go into that rabbit hole, let them share. Because again, they're still introverts. They come across as extroverted, but actually they're introverts again at heart. So in the rare moments that they talk about these things, it's one of those moments where you have allow them to have that space to be nostalgic and sentimental. So they can get emotional about these things through storytelling, and if you listen to them patiently instead of interrupting them or changing the subject to something else, then that would signal to them that I can open up to you about these things and that you care about what I have to say. So I think that's that. ISFJs are very loyal people, and they also want to be invited. They appreciate it when you message them and that you let them know that you remember them. You don't have to hang out with the ISFJ all the time, but surely chivalry is not dead for ISFJs. And whether you're a man or a woman, of course, any form of nice gestures is going to be appreciated. And they can also see right through people, and I think that's one of the things that people overlook when it comes to sensing types. Um, and that's something that we have to remember. It's important for us to get to know these people and ask them questions because they have a lot of good things to say, and they have a lot of things that they can contribute. So, I think one last thing also, affirm them in the things that they do for you. For example, they baked you a cookie or they got you something. If they've put their heart and soul into making that dish or that food or that knitted sweater or whatever, make sure to compliment them and affirm them in their works. So, I think that's it. Thanks, guys. If you want to learn more about your type, I offer in-depth type assessments. And if you want to learn how to interact with other types also, it's part of that. I do coaching. You'll see it in the clip after this to learn more about it. Okay, bye! Follow me on my socials at mbti time on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you're not sure if you're an INFP, INFJ, ENFP, INTJ, or any other type, book a typing session with me by visiting www.mbtitime.com. Links in the descriptions down below.